Ladies and gentlemen, joining me now on the show, someone who hasn't been on in a long time that we have been waiting for the return of. Ladies and gentlemen, your favorite monster and Toonie Town resident, Marvin, the movie monster, is here. Round of applause for Marvin, the movie monster. How you doing, Marvin?
Doing well. The wife and I just watched the end of Cobra Kai.
How's that?
I feel like I could punch a whale right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go to my writers on that park place and be like, fear does not exist in this newsroom, does it?
So I haven't finished me and my wife are finishing it as well. I haven't finished it yet. However, how are you liking it? To me, I'm not liking this last season overall as much as the rest of the show. But
okay, so the first two parts of the season, I agree with that. But this last part, like especially the last like 3 to 4 episodes are just I mean it's incredible. If you have any kind of nostalgia for Karate Kid, it becomes just magnificent. Like it is awesome. It is the textbook way to revitalize an IP with love for the source material and a I guess you could say just like a respect for it that fans of the original will enjoy while creating new fans. So
that's kind of what the whole series has been. You know what I mean? It really just pays homage to everything, and I love that. And I just feel like they're obviously trying to introduce sort of the cinematic aspect of things, like before we get this movie, which I think the movie is going to tie together like the Cobra Kai OG universe with Jackie Chan, Jaden Smith's Karate Kid universe, which I wasn't really a fan of that movie, but hey,
I didn't mind it.
The IP.
I didn't mind it. Well, I've always liked Kung Fu more than karate because Kung Fu is just like ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the Karate Kid Legends looks amazing. Actually, when I saw Captain America last night, it was one of the trailers that played before it, and that was the last time I had fun that entire night.
God damn it! I have to go see that Cap movie, and I'm so not looking forward to it, man. It's so disappointing.
You're not gonna get the time back. All right. So what's going on in wrestling?
Well, brother, they have this janky ring, right? So I don't know if you've been paying attention.
Well, yeah, it's like it looked like an indie ring, right? It was like 16.
Well, it is. We're looking at it right before you popped on. We're reacting. It's a 16 by 16 for surely. It's not a 20 by 20. This is some indie levels. So I got DM'd something from someone saying like, "Hey, we had to get Jeff Jarrett to make some phone calls and get a ring." And then Awful saying he heard it was Kyle Fletcher who whatever. So let's say it's the truth somewhere in the middle. It doesn't matter. At first, I wasn't willing to believe that. I see this show go on the air. It is a 16 by 16 ring, bro. There's something going on to where they end up not getting their 20 by 20 usual ring.
It's definitely it's definitely an indie ring. You could tell because like the posts are all leaning in a little bit. Like the aprons don't fit. It's definitely some jank. So I can't believe there was not a 20 by 20 ring anywhere in Australia that they could have used.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what's up with it too. Like, why didn't Tony just fly a ring in? And you can tell because there's such huge space between the ring and the barricade where the fans are. The space is huge, man. It's like they clearly up, and there's something janky about it, and I just don't get how they didn't have like the story surrounding this show has been and forever will be all the Tony got booed. Did you see that video?
I did see Tony got booed. Well, I mean, that's what happens when you market a stadium pay-per-view. People pay prices for stadium pay-per-view, then you cancel it because you can't sell any tickets, and you don't refund those people, and instead they've now paid stadium pay-per-view tickets for Arena Collision.
Yeah, man. And then they get an ROH taping after the fact as well. Like a Worlds Collide, and you got no offense, but no names in the grand scheme of things taking on like Lee Moriarty in a Ring of Honor TV taping, dude.
Right. Yeah. It's I mean, look, I've heard the last couple of weeks of AEW TV have been better. Like some people have been saying, like I know JD was saying that it was pretty good. It's been a lot better, but I think it's too late. I think that the show is at 500,000 by August.
Yeah.
That's my prediction with the way.
Do you think next year
dropping?
do you think next year they go into like the 400s and then we just eventually see it? What I think is, if they don't change, it'll get narrowed down to the 350,000 that watch Collision every weekend. It'll be them watching Dynamite as well if they don't figure it out,
Yeah, I agree. But you know what? The fact that they're on streaming now, they're always able to kind of like point to it's the built-in, it's the greatest thing that ever happened to Meltzer, because now every week you can just be like, oh, well, the max
400,000 NFL.
Yeah.
Brian, NFL does 40%.
Well, he what's amazing to me is because now with my role at that bar place, I look into streaming services a lot. And, with what for those that don't know, I'm the editor in chief of thatparkplace.com.
Yeah, well, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Dude, that's amazing.
Thanks very much. So the Netflix is the #1 streaming service in the world if you don't count YouTube. I personally count YouTube, and so that would make YouTube #1, like by far and away. But if you take YouTube out of the equation, Netflix is #1 far and away. And Raw is periodically the #1 show on the #1 streaming service. Max is like, if it's in the top 10, it's not in the top 5. I mean, it's way down there. I don't think it's even. I think Tubi has a bigger audience than Max.
Well, that's what people are saying. So WWE Evolve, they have that Tubi show going on there, and people are saying if we get the Tubi numbers and that Evolve show, which is like developmental for developmental, and that surpasses what because like the perception is basically there's like 10 to 25,000 people being generous watching on Max. That's being super generous. Which that could be all made up too. But Meltzer put out this narrative that, well, NFL gets 40% of their audience. So if AEW does that, it'll be amazing.
That is a huge leap to say that because the NFL gets it, AEW gets it. But the fact is AEW never pops up when Max touts their biggest shows. AEW never pops up. So if Raw is #1 on the #1 streaming service and AEW doesn't pop up in the top 10 of like the number 8 streaming service. What does that say about how many people are watching Dynamite on Max? It says to me it's practically no one.
Exactly. Jesus.
More people are probably watching Mid-South Wrestling reruns on Peacock than are watching AEW on Max.
Yeah, dude. So are you watching Grand Slam scam shenanigans tonight, or are you
I just finished Cobra Kai, so I'm like riding high right now. So I wasn't gonna, but I could pop it on if I could go.
There you go, Chad. I just roped him in. There you go.
I could go. Let me go grab my iPad. I'll be right back.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Take your time. Live in the furry flesh. We got Marv grabbing his thing there to tap in. Amazing stuff, guys. Amazing. Joining us on the show as well, Alt Jake once again, and hopefully his connection is stable there. Let's go. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I've been listening the whole time. I've been chatting, but yeah, my internet went completely to crap once I changed companies. I got jobbed out.
You got jobbed out, yeah. Well, this match is going on. It's about as good as you expect it to be. I mean, they're going at it. It's 50-50. The small ring just looks ludicrous to me. Luda! And
it's not even 18 by 18. It's 16 by 16.
No, it's 16.
And they don't have
16
race
by
steps?
16. It's 16
by
16.
There's a chance that it's 18 by 18.
Yeah, you're right. I guess
That's
it's not like It's not like I spend my days rolling around in rings. So you're right. There's a chance, but to me,
I do either. But still,
yeah, it just looks much smaller than I had thought. It was almost embarrassing when I first saw it. Like I was like, "Is this a joke?" But yeah, so some of the booking details got leaked, obviously, because it was taped. Are you aware of any of them, Marv?
I know what happens to the Mercedes badge. Well, I know the result.
Yeah, so basically Tony also up the booking of this, right? Other than, I guess, Tony Storm, who, I mean, Mariah May's had a colossal L of a title run, I would say.
What network is this on? TBS? It's supposed to be, right? Or TNT?
It should be on TNT.
Oh, there it is. Yep, I got it.
Yeah, the dunk contest might still be on. I don't know if it ended yet. Chad will let me know.
I'm looking at a bunch of NBA things right now. I'm looking. Wait, is this not on in the US?
It might not be yet, dude. It's probably the dunk contest still. That's the thing. Look, Aaron and it says waiting for event to start.
It says AEW Wrestling Collision, and I'm looking at the NBA.
Oh,
the best
my
guy is Tony
God.
Khan.
What a colossal failure, dude. We're all the way done, the Osprey Omega match almost, and it's telling you guys basketball's on still. Hoopity hoops.
All right, hold on. I'll try on Max.
Okay.
Max is also telling me that basketball is on.
That's terrible.
Phil, you're mixing up two separate incidents. The JJ story DM to you was from All In London. Okay, then why were they DMing it to me today, though? That's what I don't get, right? It makes me question things. Australia is a different screw up. Happy 100th. LK, thank you so much. Thank you for correcting me. I'll assume you're right on that. And perhaps I misinterpreted. I'm going to look again off screen here. However,
that was my understanding of the story. Is that
okay,
it was Jeff
there you
Jarrett
go.
got
So
the
at
win for
all,
because Evolve was, or what is the whatever, Rev Pro is in England, and so Jarrett had a connection.
That
there,
was my confusion too. I was like, why the
Yeah.
are they calling Rev Pro if that's a UK based? I was like, sir, are you up your continents here? You know, that's what I thought, but I just didn't pay it any mind. I was like,
what
okay, I'm
time
being
was
told
this?
They just hit up twice.
So you're pointing out that there's 2 times now that
Yes.
AEW went international, and we're like, well, the wrestling ring. Hey, it's a wrestling show, but the ring, we'll just figure it out when we get there. Is that what you guys are telling me? Because that's even worse.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
exactly.
Jesus Christ.
And WWE was able to get their elimination chamber all the way over to Australia, to the other side of Australia. The
And a
south
chamber.
eastern
Yeah,
side.
dude. A ring and a chamber, man.
Southwestern.
Like, come on.
Yeah,
That's fucked.
that's terrible.
So I'm on Max right now, and it says this
Uh-huh.
event is starting soon.
Oh my God. You guys are getting so not even Max can just air it
So
when
how-
it's supposed to air.
Nope, apparently not. How long has this been on for you?
Dude, we're at the end of the Omega match. They've been doing flips, DDTs, false finishes. Osprey's
So
about to win this.
And it has not started for me yet.
Dude, that is what did they do? Oh my God.
And it said
can't.
watch live. It said watch live, and it had the little
Live.
red bar that's like this show is already in progress. And so I clicked watch live, and it says this event is starting soon. It must be an actual simulcast with TNT, and if
Oh
it's
my-
not on TNT yet, then it's not on Max. That's ridiculous.
Dude, then what a ripoff. What an absolute fail. That's
My
crazy.
face
This
hurts
match
from
is about to
laughing, though,
end,
Diddy.
man. We're in like people doing flips and kickouts and false finishes and pile drivers. Like we're at the tail. Callus ran in and screwed up and the hidden blade. Like no one see. And they were talking about this is the Dream Super match. You guys remember Brian and Dusty Dave? Well, this is the big Dream match, and they're booking it wrong. They opened the show with this, and this is Kenny Omega and Osprey, the 2 big guys in your company. They open the show with it, and not even Max is allowed to air it at the same time that it's going on.
So
Your
has this been
streamer?
on for has this been on for 45 minutes already?
It's been on for 18 minutes, about 20 minutes. It's been on. Came on at 9:30 my time, so whatever time, 10:30 your time or whatever.
So now when it starts, are they going to start it from the beginning, or are they
You-
going to start it like from where
You're
it
going to
is?
be the
Like,
one to tell us.
Yeah, you're
Like,
gonna
did
tell
the-
me
did-
because
did the American audience miss out on their Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega stuff?
if that happened,
God,
that
I
will
hope
be the
so.
greatest fail in the history of AEW. This event
How
overall.
how much is Tony right now screaming and throwing things wherever he is?
Well, I broke down during the booing tapes of him how they're rejecting him. They will support Kenny. They will support Will Ospreay. These fans will support their guys. These are fans that will show up if TNA comes there. This is the Australian wrestling fan base. And I will say this. They are rejecting Tony Khan the same way people rejected Vince. Yes, we'll support these wrestlers. We support people putting on a show here, but we've rejected you and your creative ideas. And that kills him more than anything because all he wanted was to be accepted by these people and thought of as Booker of the Year. That's my opinion.
Well, he's not for the second year in a row. He lost out to a guy who's just like, "Hey, Tripp, you won Booker of the Year." I won the what?
Mhm.
Like, he does
Who-
not care at all. Tony Khan made banners for himself when he won Booker of the Year, and Triple H is just like, ew.
Yeah. Booker, he's at NXT. What do you?
Didn't they record this like 18 hours ago? But Tony's probably over the flying home right now and has no idea.
No, he's definitely sitting in front of a
stream it on
TV right
Max.
now, trying to stream it, and he can't. And he's flipping
He's
out.
trying to stream it on Max in his first class flight.
I'm shocked
Yeah.
that Twitter. I'm shocked that X is not alight right now because this thing is not on.
It got spoiled so early, Marv. Everyone's spoiled out of this card. I don't think anyone's watching this. No one cares. No one gives a
Did
shit.
you see what like Alyssa's like crazy day?
Yes, absolutely.
She got
dude.
it. She got in an elevator with Tony Khan.
Yeah.
And then
Absolutely.
she got in an elevator with Rhea Ripley and Buddy Matthews or Buddy Murphy, whatever his name is. Is it Murphy or Matthews? I never remember.
Both.
Yes. Yeah.
It's both.
Yeah, both. Which I forget which one he is now. And then she got in an elevator with Jericho. I was like, what kind of magic elevator are you in where every time the door opens, there's like somebody else in there?
Yeah, so if you're watching on YouTube, we're on I believe But Why Alyssa's Twitter there. Give her a follow at But Why Alyssa. She's like, so I walk out of a lift, Jericho's getting in. First thing he says, hi guys, it's not an act. She felt special seeing Edge, so that's good. Everything about the finish of this match just screamed all the reasons why okay, so probably talking about Mercedes. But yeah, as you said, she ran into fucking
There's a picture of her with Tony Khan.
Yes, with Tony Khan. I swear I bookmarked it, I thought, but
I just saw the one of her like in the crowd. I could just imagine like this. Thank God smell-o-vision is not like a thing.
yeah, it wasn't a here we go. So here's her with Tony Khan, the best guy. Okay, gives her the Triple H point too. Because
it's on Max.
What is it? Takeshita on the top rope with Kenny?
No, so I'm looking at it says it's 26 minutes in.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, it looks like they're starting from the beginning.
Oh my god.
I mean,
so
it's
you
a
guys
taped
are
show, so they should.
It's just crazy they wouldn't just air it on Max when it's their streamer. Why do they even need to ask?
Oh no, it's Takeshita coming out.
Coming down, Takeshita's coming out to the ring?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're they just did a top rope one-winged angel into a cutter for me. Like, this is the end of this match.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't make any sense for me to watch along.
No, you don't need to. It doesn't make sense if you don't want to. Yeah,
twist
I did
twist my arm. Why don't you?
Yeah. I mean, hey,
I'm not watching either, Marv.
I'll tell you this. Watch the first 5-10 minutes just to get a feel of the crowd, and then you go, okay, I get the gist of this. But if you'd like to do that, but I'm not.
And I love it how they're like, oh, well, yeah, we made so much money on this gate. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, because you charge these people for an arena pay-per-view.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sure it's full up because, maybe you sold 10,000 seats to a 70,000 seat arena or whatever the hell it was. Have you noticed the thing about Kyle Fletcher?
Like how he's just copying Orton or what other thing?
No. He has the
thing?
smallest ears of any human being I have ever seen. When the camera goes over to him, Phil, look at his ears. They are
got baby ears.
it's like just two pinholes in the sides of his head.
The sad thing is, if TK didn't pull all this, it would be a dub for AEW, a good house in Australia, but the circumstances have ruined this. Exactly. If he just booked this building to start with, it would have all worked out.
Yeah.
But as they say, the best guy is Tony Khan.
The best guy is Tony Khan.
And what did you expect? He's going to f this up in some form or fashion. And they booed him for it. They're rejecting Tony Khan. Awful wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. Awful. Are you here?
I got stuff I have to do.
I bet you do, Marv. I bet you do.
Just hating on his own guy. I was going to be like, my guys, you're not.
You
guys.
what?
Man.
Marv is blocked by me, so
Awful. How you feeling, man? You watched the Grand Scams, Shams, Shenanigans?
Well, if you're like me, Awful, it just came on for you because it just started on Max, and I'm guessing TNT as well.
I'll probably have to watch it later, but is it a good show so far?
It's just been a 25-minute tag match with Kenny, Takeshita, and everyone that you expect. So they started the show with the Omega Ospreay match, and Marv's telling me, so it's on the air for me. I'm half hour into the show. Marv's on Mac, and he's going, it says still waiting. And then they just played it. So Max
just started.
Yeah, they couldn't even play the tape delayed show.
I'm looking at Kyle Fletcher trying to put his fingers in his ears to be like, I can't hear the crowd, but his ears are so small and his fingers are so big that they don't fit.
Oh my God.
I'm telling
Is
you,
he wearing shades?
How do they make glasses with the hooks big, like small enough to fit behind those ears? They probably just slide right off.
It's got the old wraparounds from the NBA in the 80s, you know, the thing all the way around.
I thought my ears were
Horace
small.
Grant. That's
His ears are like the fact that the Black Ranger on the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is missing a finger on one of his hands. You don't notice it until you notice it, and then you always notice it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or like how Radar has an extra finger on MASH. Radar's got a sixth finger.
I didn't know that.
You took it to 1981 there, Jake.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I'm old. What do you want from me?
Okay, so we're at like the go home.
Same feeling.
I thought they've been going to go home on this match for 12 minutes here, chat. So I don't know what's going on.
Kenny Omega astounds me because I've never seen a man before who is that jacked but looks like so much of a pussy.
Oh my God.
Like, I feel like if you stuck him with a pin, he'd go and just deflate.
Oh Jesus. So Awful, what do you think of you've been chronicling and we just covered it all, but the janky ring, is that a 16 by 16 I'm looking at? What is this, man?
Not only did I confirm with Marv, I confirmed with 3 other professional wrestlers or 3 other professional athletes, and they all told me it's a 16 by 16.
Don't listen to me. Listen to like Apollo and them because they know
right. Yeah,
but
I asked him. He confirmed.
Been to indie shows and just looking. It's either 16 by 16 or 18 by 18. It's definitely not 20 by 20.
Yeah, definitely not a 20 by 20.
Right.
Oh my God, that ring is tight. Look how small it is in the space that is allotted for the ring.
Hey, is that ring post still begging to get tagged in? How leaned over it is?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what's up with that? Like, Awful, just your thoughts on the whole Grand Slam scam in general, bro. Like, I just saw negatives when I went on Twitter first thing. I have videos of people from different angles of people in the same room going, bruv, we've been in these rooms for 2 hours, and then the seating rearrangements for trash. People are mad because they paid thousands of bucks, and then others walking up buying floor tickets for $50 or $100 or whatever. So then you see the space between the ring and the barricade is as much space that's in the ring. Like, what are you? Is
a beer truck going through there or something?
The whole event, man.
Listen, my thoughts are what Alyssa's thoughts are. She's our correspondent, and she actually went to the show and saw everything, and she gave us some great stories in the group chat. But listen. This is what happens when you have a multi-million-dollar company acting like it's making no money at all. It's a janky operation. I mean, yeah, really.
Sorry.
Touche, Jake. But yes,
my bad.
Yeah, I mean, what can be said? What more can be said about AEW that hasn't already been said?
Exactly.
Like nothing's going to be shocking to me or anything. I mean, this is par for the course. For AEW.
It really is. And you saw Tony getting booed out of the building, hey?
Yeah. Of course I did.
Yo, Marv, we got 1 million+ gates. Or sorry, what were you gonna say? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like I don't know many Australians, but every Australian dude that I've ever met in my life is like a man's man kind of dude. Like, like they don't take no crap. They're usually tough. They drink beer out of their own shoes, for God's sake. Yep. They don't have patience for Tony Khan. They don't have patience for this little dweeb coming out there talking about.
So, like, Marv, we have like $1 million+ gate, and Tony's like, it's one of the biggest in our history. What do you think?
Second biggest international gate, he said. Well, yeah, because he scammed people.
Yeah,
because he sold them on a pay-per-view in an arena. In a stadium, and charged them stadium pay-per-view prices, and then switched it to an arena.
And then Awful, what about you? Like, it doesn't matter, right? It's 1/3 of Moxley's paycheck. What do you, when he flexes this, and then the observer goes, but disgusting promotional tactic, flexing the gate. Then Tony's flexing the gate. No one votes on
That's
that.
how you. This is a red flag on how you know that the max numbers and almost every Dynamite that they've ever done doesn't do well, because when something does go correct, look at what happens. $1.3 million gate. You know what I mean? Like we've sold out. The crowd is electric. Who gives a okay? you beat almost what 20,000 people out of money, and I heard there were no refunds. Like you had to take this ticket or shove it up your ass. One of the two.
Jesus.
You know.
So
Tired of this company.
I know,
really
dude.
am.
No,
I'm like so tired of talking about them. Really.
What are you tired about? That's the entire reason you have a brand.
Yeah.
Listen,
they go down, you go down, my friend.
I'll probably listen. You heard it here first. I'll probably go down before they do. I mean, my bed is looking terrible by the day, but even still, they won't last too much longer than I will. That's for damn sure.
Just write the book in volumes and release the first volume before anything, and then you can
right.
You can do it in parts, awful. So you can have the first.
I gotta get in touch with Brian Alvarez real quick.
Well, that's everybody's always like, oh, you just want AEW to end, you just want AEW to die. I'm like, no, I want AEW to keep going forever.
Right.
I'm gonna ride this gravy train to glory.
Yeah, dude. Who doesn't want to?
Let me tell you something, Phil. You and I probably make more of a profit off of AEW than Tony Khan does. Because if you make $1 of profit, you're making more money than Tony Khan.
Yeah, definitely. Or more money than AEW, that's for sure. Jeez.
Yeah, I made the joke about Barry Bloom because they're like, Barry Bloom's helping Josh Alexander negotiate. And I'm like, he's made more money off AEW than Tony Khan has. The ring is smaller than my kitchen. Aaron Rowland for $2. Yeah, it's a pretty big kitchen, actually. Aaron Rowland says the size of the ring, it makes the wrestlers look bigger. That's a W. That's the one good takeaway for AEW from this whole
Kyle
thing.
Fletcher's ears look like normal people ears in that ring.
Yeah, in that ring. Nice. So I'm at Monet versus Cameron here. That's 16 by 16. I used to run shows and wrestle back in the day. We started with 16 by 16. So he's making the claim. I mean,
Indie shows usually 16 by 16, so that makes sense.
Yeah. But I'm willing to believe that because to me it just looks so small. This is what happens when you order a wrestling ring from AliExpress. Dude. Yeah. Soft ground Uganda's got a better ring than this shit.
Life, you gotta
Can I just say, like, I hate that they have a ring.
Me too. I don't like that at all.
It's
I don't
not.
like
It
that.
defeats the entire purpose of the gimmick for that. They're soft ground wrestling. Now they're wrestling ring wrestling.
Yep.
They might come up with a cooler name though for next time. It might just be Ugandan Pro Wrestling.
Now they're just some other indie. They're no longer cool.
Right.
Weren't they like a big scam or something? Or didn't they get scammed?
Well, that's what I thought
someone?
too. And then they get up. So one thing that I was told about the whole scam with the soft ground thing was that Cody Rhodes, you'll never see him or like Ospreay retweet them or try and be involved with them again or whatever, or any like big names. So they're tagging Cody Rhodes and all the stuff like, thank you for the ring, blah, blah, blah. But he has not retweeted or reposted any of it. However, some people, were also like, because I've had people who used to wrestle in soft ground reach out to me as well to talk to me about this stuff. But I'm just like, I don't know if this is my area. Like, I just try to make jokes and this is kind of intense. But anyways, though, what I've sort of been told is like he is helping get in a ring, Cody, but he's not going to like publicize this because it's sketchy, but he's not going to go back on his word and not help procure a ring. You know what I mean? So maybe he helped them. They're tagging him. They got a ring. I tweeted out, I said, yo, everyone who said this was a scam, can someone please explain to me how they got a ring now? Because I would love an update for my listeners. So I don't know. I'll have to figure that show out. And I guess they got a ring, dude. Good for them, but hopefully they can just train in it and not do shows out of it or do like one event out of the blue, but they'll go less viral if it's just them wrestling in a ring. Exactly. Like you all said.
It ruins the whole gimmick. The entire gimmick.
What if they put soft ground in the ring?
That would be cool.
Yeah, I mean,
that would be
now
it's mud wrestling, Marv.
All right, you got me there.
Tony got the ring from Temu. He took their line "Shop like a billionaire" to heart. Oh, Jesus Christ!
That was a good use of $5 EX paid.
The best guy is Tony Khan.
You guys already know. So
I love
have
that
you all, yeah, JD tweeted out, bro, why is the ring so small? What the, that isn't their regular ring. There's no way. It looks like something out of someone's backyard.
The ring's over here now.
The ring's over. First it was over there. Now it's over here now.
Why do you make JD sound like Dice?
Because he's JD Dice Clay, bro. J Dice Clay. Because he's just so like, man. And I said, can't wait for AEW to die. I'm like, you gotta, is it heads or is it tails? Oh, yeah, dude. I gotta go lead the cannoli. You know, he's just a Tony D'Angelo.
Hickory dickory dock. Rey Mysterio beat the clock.
Yeah. Hickory dickory dock. Joey Janela is sucking my cock. Oh. He's always beefing with Joey Janela, you know?
Oh, jeez.
That's funny.
He beefs with anybody who's taller than he is.
He steals all of Dis's jokes.
Yeah.
His one-liners.
How bad in comedy do you have to be to steal Dis's jokes?
Jesus Christ. Right? Like you must not have an original thought in your head.
In your head.
Barrel that you're scraping.
Jeez.
Man. Just catching strays over here.
Yeah. You guys
and he always will.
Not even here to defend him, goddamn.
This is what Toonie Talk has become. We just kind of just rip on each other for 3 hours while sometimes talking about wrestling.
Yeah. Wait till 1 month from now there, Marv.
What happens to
the 1 year? Yeah, the 1 year anniversary. A roasting of Marv Movie Monster. I can't wait.
Awesome. Yeah, at WrestleMania, I'm at 2 years, which is pretty crazy to think. Like it.
Wow, really?
Yeah, dude. It's kind of
but nobody was talking about you, Phil. We were talking about the Marv's 1 year anniversary.
Yeah, I know.
It's his show and he got 100 live streams. Congratulations, by the way.
Before, I was going to say right before I go, congratulations on your 100th, man. I appreciate the fact that you've given me a platform. I appreciate that Marv has given me a platform. I appreciate the show.
Already?
Yeah, listen, man, I got to work. It's raining out here.
What'd you pop in here while you were taking it?
I did.
Make sure you wipe.
I did with a certain T-shirt. How about that, Marv? Anyway, congratulations on your 100th show.
Thank you.
And to many, many more, bro.
Courtesy.
You too, man. You son of a bitch. No, I'm being sarcastic. Listen, thank you. I'm just trying to be salty. No, listen, I really appreciate that, Awful. And you're one of the GOATs, you already know. And yeah, thank you for the kind words. Yeah, there's going to be 100 more of these in no time. I'm certain of it.
Yes,
he's more of a jackass than a goat.
Yeah.
Yes, I would have to agree with that. I'd have to agree with that, Marv. So while on every Tuesday, 8:00, don't watch Toonie Talk Wrestling, watch NXT. Peace and love to everyone.
Shut up, bitch.
Marv's like, bro, stop
stupid idiot.
I came in right at the tail end of that because I tuned out.
I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Peace.
Okay, follow everyone. Round of applause for Awful Wrestling and follow him at Awful Wrestling with an AEW. You guys already know. You already follow. Peace out, buddy. That was good. That was a mighty run in there from Awful.
20 minutes while he's on the can. You know, when you get up there in age, it takes a while.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say though,
hopefully he's avoiding hemorrhoids.
Yeah, just don't. As long as he wasn't pushing too hard,
that's good.
His wife was probably yelling at him to get out of the bathroom. She's like, "Yo,
what are you doing in there?"
Yeah, spend too much time in there, bro."